Good Wednesday morning. I'm Dwayne Nelson. Well, the pace of job creation in the Tri-Cities region continued to improve during the second quarter of 2012. Dr. Steb Hippel with East Tennessee State University's College of Business said employment has now increased for 9 quarters in a row.
Most analysts are expecting that the present level of job creation is going to continue, which means that we are in for a sort of long haul, maybe 8 years or so, before we get back to full employment. This is the best job creation we have seen in the recovery, and is the best since before the Great Recession of 2007-2008.
From April to June of this year, the jobless rate for the Tri-Cities was 7.3% compared to 8.4% a year earlier. Kingsport Board of Mayor and Aldermen has approved on first reading an annexation in the Colonial Heights area. The affected property includes more than 220 acres in the western quadrant of the Fort Henry Drive Interstate 81 intersection and includes 375 residents along with Colonial Heights Middle School. The annexation expected to come before the board for a second and final reading later this month. Additional parts of the property expected to be discussed for an annexation later this year. Johnson City schools will be open today on an abbreviated schedule due to the recent flood and loss of 5 city school buses. Some students will be transported by buses from Bristol City Schools. School schedules are Science Hill High School and Liberty Bell Middle Schools being in session from 7:40 to 11 a.m. this morning. Indian Trail Intermediate School from 7:50 to 11:10, while the remaining elementary schools will be in session from 8:15 to 11:30. Demolition crews have brought down the last landmark of the Borden Mill plant in Kingsport. Crews blew up the 180-foot, 250-ton smokestack yesterday, which dated back to 1924. Eastman purchased the old Borden Mill and decided to demolish it to make room for future warehousing and office space. No foul play suspected in the fire at an Abingdon, Virginia business. It happened yesterday morning at Taco Bell. An employee was driving by the business, noticed smoke. Fire officials have said it may have been electrical in origin. Democratic candidate for Virginia's 9th District lending his support to help the hungry in southwest Virginia. Anthony Flacavento, an Abingdon farmer, has opened 2 food pantry depositories, one at his campaign headquarters in Abingdon, the other at his satellite office in Roanoke. He says he hates to see people go hungry and promises to assist those in need.
Now, I know that helping people in need is critical, but it's a short-term solution to a long-term problem. And that's why when I get to Congress, I'll work to stimulate our local economies and create jobs to help lift people out of poverty.
Now, the food donations will be distributed to Southwest Virginia food pantries. Flacavento started the Help Families Family Farms initiative about 8 years ago to purchase produce from local farmers and provide meals for hungry families. Well, the reward for information leading to the arrest and conviction of the person or persons responsible for the death of a Lee County, Virginia Sheriff's K-9 has been increased. K-9 Officer Chase was abducted and shot to death last month. The reward is now $8,500. I'm Dwayne Nelson. Have yourself a great Wednesday.